Today marks 6 months since Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich was arrested in Russia on spying allegations. His family writing almost a year since we were all together as a family. It is hard not to think about everything he's missing. Close friends' weddings, holidays with family, his 32nd birthday, and the job he loves. Let's bring in Gordon Fairclough, Wall Street Journal world coverage chief. Gordon, thank you for being with us. Obviously, a lot of waiting for the family, for his colleagues. Have you heard anything recently from the administration? We know back in, July, the president said that a prisoner exchange was possibly underway. What's the latest?
That's right. So it's, we don't have a lot of transparency on what's going on between the two governments, and that's obviously a frustrating thing. President Biden has pledged to make this a top priority for the White House. We know that U.S. officials are intensely engaged. We've also seen on the other side, among various officials in Russia, discussion, somewhat implied, but indicating an openness to some kind of prisoner exchange.
Just want to show the timeline for our audience because it's really something. Back in March, he was detained and then designated as wrongfully detained in April. On the 18th of April, a Moscow court upheld Gershkovich's detention, and then in May, a Russian court extended his detention, and then in June, a Russian court upheld that extension. It was July when the U.S. ambassador was granted access to Gershkovich for the first time since his detention, and then in August, the court ruled that he must stay in jail. Bring us to September, where the court has declined to hear his appeal. Are you getting regular updates from the State Department on his case?
We get regular updates from our lawyers who meet with Evan quite regularly. It's far from clear. The prosecution hasn't said publicly at all when any trial might be. They also haven't detailed any of the charges against Evan publicly. So it's a bit of a black box for us, the Russian judicial system.
Explain why that is so crucial, because the fact that they have not detailed these charges, how that could end up playing out, and the risk for him and his family.
Well, it's an interesting feature of espionage cases in Russia, and just to be clear, he was absolutely not involved in anything at all close to espionage. He was doing his job as a journalist when he was detained, and that's a job for which he was accredited by the Russian government to be a foreign correspondent. The lawyers who represent him, because of the top secret nature of the case, according to the Russian government, are also very limited in what they can share, even with us at the Journal or with Evan, I think. And so it's not an easy legal environment in which to confront a case. But I think, ultimately, right, this is a political case. It's not a legal case. And Evan has ended up a hostage to geopolitics. And that's the situation that we need to resolve.
Absolutely. And we're watching it play out. And obviously, their inability to discuss these charges that the U.S. government has said are totally inappropriate, and his detention being wrongful. It's very clear what the Russians are trying to do with his case. All right. Gordon Fairclough for us. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.